Ek wil gou vir julle ietsie wys hierso. Canadians could be punished for quoting scripture on homosexuality under the new Liberal plan report. So as jy nou die Bybel gaan gebruik om homosexuality and abortion te oppose, kan jy tronkstraf kry. Nou, hierdie berig is nou geskryf op Woensdag 3 Desember, maar kom ons luister gou na wat hulle te sê het.
Canadians could be punished for quoting scripture on homosexuality under new Liberal plan, report. Ottawa, Ontario, LifeSite News, a government insider has revealed that Liberals plan to remove religious exemptions from Canada's hate speech laws. According to insider information published December 1 by the National Post, Liberals have agreed to amend Bill C-9, the Combating Hate Act, to allow Canadians to be punished for quoting scripture, as part of a deal with the Bloc Québécois to keep Liberals in power. The removal of the religious exemption is expected to come via an amendment to the Criminal Code in the form of Bill C-9 at the Parliamentary Justice Committee that will be supported by both the Liberals and Bloc, a senior government source confirmed, the report stated. Bill C-9, as reported by LifeSite News, has been blasted by constitutional experts as allowing empowered police and the government to go after those it deems have violated a person's feelings in a hateful way. Now, the Bloc amendment seeks to further restrict free speech. The amendment would remove the religious exemption defense, which has historically protected individuals from conviction for willful promotion of hatred if the statements were made in good faith and based on a religious subject or a sincerely held interpretation of religious texts such as passages from the Bible, Quran, or Torah. As a result, quoting the Bible, Quran, or Torah to condemn abortion, homosexuality, or LGBT propaganda could be considered criminal activity. Shortly after the proposed amendment was shared on social media, Conservatives launched a petition, calling on the Liberal government to protect religious freedom, uphold the right to read and share sacred texts, and prevent government overreach into matters of faith. Already, in October, Liberal MP Mark Miller said that certain passages of the Bible are hateful because of what it says about homosexuality and those who recite the passages should be jailed. Clearly there are situations in these texts where these statements are hateful, Miller said. They should not be used to invoke or be a defense, and there should perhaps be discretion for prosecutors to press charges. His comments were immediately blasted by Conservative politicians throughout Canada, with Alberta Provincial Conservative MLA Dan Williams and Minister of Municipal Affairs saying, "I find it abhorrent when MPs sitting in Ottawa or anyone in positions of power use their voice to attack faith." Here, Mark Miller, a former Trudeau front bench minister and current MP, calls the Holy Bible hateful and asks if prosecutors should be able to press charges based on what scripture you read in church or synagogue, he observed. The wider implication is of course one we are familiar with from the media and from progressives in the public square, namely that Christians and Jews themselves are steeped in hatred, Williams continued. This intentional mangling of our faith is gross. Full stop. And those who are actually pushing this hate should be called out.
Het die Bybel ons nie gewaarsku oor hierdie die groot vervolging wat gaan plaasvind, né? Kom ons kyk gou hier na hierdie man. Hierdie man is 'n Ierse onderwyser en hy het geweier om LGBTQ+ dan voor in sy klaskamer. En hulle het vir hom gesê, as hy nie sy 5 gaan renounce nie, en gaan ophou sê, dat God man en vrou geskaap het nie, gaan hulle hom nie vrylaat nie. Weet julle dat hy in soveel chains was, asof hy 'n moord gepleeg het, net omdat hy vasstaan in sy geloof. Nou, ek wil gou vir julle iets speel van Ryan Miller. Kom ons luister gou na wat hy te sê het.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
You're under arrest on suspicion of failing to comply with the Public Spaces Protection Order.
Rion called it. He called it. If you look back at our episode with Rion Sweehalar, the former head of the Church of Satan, I'll play you the clip right now. He called it, and wait till you hear what he says is going to happen in 2027 with the satanic agenda. Listen to this.
I was the leader of a satanic organization. I saw the satanic agenda with my own eyes. I was in meetings discussing the satanic agenda. When I left Satanism, I said, and I have a recording of it, I said that in 2025, people will be arrested on the street for praying for other people. People will be prosecuted for being Christians in Europe. I said it because I saw it on the agenda. It wasn't a prophecy or that I saw the future. It was because I knew what was on the agenda.
Okay, what's scary about this is he goes on and he starts talking about the agenda for 2027. So he was the leader of the Satanic Church in South Africa. And so he saw what was written on the agenda, what they're putting in the playbook. And I remember hearing him say that in 2025, people are going to be arrested for praying on the street. And I thought, dude, you are bonkers. There's no way that's going to happen. And it is happening in Europe right now. We're seeing this play out. So when I saw that clip on social media of this lady being arrested, I went, uh-oh. Because I knew what Rion said is going to happen in 2027. Now, it doesn't mean that this will absolutely happen. This isn't a prophecy like he says. This is what is written into the satanic agenda, which is updated every 9 years. So Rion doesn't know what's going to happen after this. He only knows what's going to culminate in 2027. And what he says is going to culminate in 2027, which we're seeing it play out now in the United States. We're seeing it play out through the world right now, where Muslims are populating the earth. Americans and European women are not having children even enough to sustain our population. Muslims are like doubling it. And we're seeing elected officials, Muslim elected officials, infiltrate the United States right now. What he said is going to happen in 2027 is that there will be a convening. The United Nations will convene, and 20 leaders from every single religion will come together, and they will have to agree on what their religion says, and they will basically give a pitch to become the one world religion. And it won't be Christianity. That's the one world religion in 2027. You might say, Ryan, you're bonkers. I thought he was bonkers when he said that people would be arrested in 2025. I'm not spitting conspiracy theories. I'm saying we need to pray, because this isn't just some random out of thin air thing. He is watching the satanic agenda from the satanic church globally play out.
Are you praying?
Right. Julle het nou hierdie gesien. Nou die moslim infiltrasie is nie net in Amerika en Europa nie, dit is ook hier in Suid-Afrika. Soos julle gesien het van die nuwe apartheidsbil wat hulle wil inbring. As jy Israel support, dan kan jy criminally gecharge word. So, al hierdie goeders wat ons sien, die kerke wat LGBTQ+, invoeg by die woord van die Here, moslems wat staan op die kansel, van die NG Kerk, moslems wat ingenooi word om by te woon by die nagmaal van die NG Kerk. Al hierdie goeders, al hierdie goed, kan ons sien uitspeel as die een wêreldse geloof. So, as jy gaan staan by God se woord, gaan jy soveel teenstand kry, soos wat hierdie arme onderwyser gekry het. Mag die Here hom genadig wees. Hierdie man se naam is Enoch. En dit is 'n absolute, hy's 'n martyr vir ons geloof in Jesus Christus. Maar die wêreld en Satan loop so rond soos 'n brullende leeu, en hy sal verslind wat hy kan, want sy tyd is kort. Mag die Here gou kom.